Guys, for those of you that don't know, my name's Louis Doughty, and you probably do know who this beautiful, wonderful man is. It's Dean Holland, who I'm interviewing today. He's managed to amass millions of dollars in sales and profits online in just the past few years. He's been in the industry a long time. He's had a lot of ups and downs. And we're going to talk about his story today and everything, Dean Holland, so that you can, well, he's got some things to tell you that will help you. Some really interesting stuff to share that we know will be valuable, super duper valuable for you in your business. So how you doing, Dean?
I'm awesome. Thank you very much. How's you?
Yeah, dude, I'm really, really good. I'm pumped. I got the lights in the background because we were recording the storytelling workshop that we're doing together.
Nice.
So I'm going to ask you some questions today, man.
Cool.
I guess we can start with why did you? I mean, maybe people can relate to this as well. So this is why I want to ask this question. Why did you get started in this? I'm going right back to the start. Why did you get started in this industry?
Yeah, good question. So I got started originally, like 2004. So it was a long time ago now. Pretty insane how long time ago. Oh, by the way, just a quick thing before I answer this. I just want to make sure I don't forget to say this. Like, for anybody watching this interview, like, I'm going to give a special, like, I'm going to give them a free copy of this book, my new book,
Awesome.
at the end. So hopefully they get a ton of value from this, and also they can grab this as well. I'll talk about that in a bit. But
awesome. I've read it, by the way. It's a must read. It's awesome. Well done, man. Kudos.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So
well done.
For me, like, when I first began in 2004, it came about, like, I didn't intend to be honest. I'm just going to be completely brutally honest. I didn't intend to build like a business. I didn't intend to build a big company like we have now. I mean, you're actually in my offices here. If I just grab the webcam, you can turn this around. You know, few people are off today. I'm in here mostly. There's just a couple of others, but I didn't intend to create any of this.
Yeah.
What I just wanted to do initially was just figure out a way to make some more money, because at the time I was actually working in a bar, like a pub, as we would say here in the UK. And I was working like 5 and 6 days a week, and I was working like 2 different shifts a day. So, and I lived about 45 minutes drive from that place of work as well. So I'd have to drive there. I started like 11 a.m. I'd work till about 3. Then I'd go home, grab some food, and go back for about 6 or 7 o'clock and work till midnight. And I did that, like I say, 5 and 6 days a week. And it was a pretty tough job. I enjoyed it because it was quite social. But the problem was, it's not exactly like a high-paying industry. You know, I left when I left school. I wasn't one of those people that went to college or university. I didn't get any qualifications or degrees. I left school. I went straight into a job, and so there I was jumping from job to job, and they were all pretty low paying. And that's where I was like, I need to, and you know, my job's fine, whatever, but I need some more. I need more out of my life here. So
I needed something different. And like, many people feel like that, and that's why I got started in the industry. You know, it just didn't vibe with me. You know, getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning and going to work all day, and it had no time, you know, no time freedom. And I think lots of other people, well, we know loads of other people feel like that too. That's why they get into this industry. So, you know, when you first started off, you started to try and make more time in your life. You know, it's attractive. You can work from anywhere in the world, you know, once you work hard and really start building your business. But like many people, you ran into some problems, right? I guess. How long was it before you made any money?
Problems, that's a bit of an understatement. I mean, from when I discovered people were even making money online, so 2004, I started reading tons of free information. So I remember I would spend countless hours in the Warrior Forum. I was reading people's blogs, I was reading articles, I was all over the place, free stuff. And then I started to buy products, and it started kind of small. Like, I would buy the occasional like ebook and then video course, and then I just started buying more and more stuff. And I got in a pretty horrific situation, as well, you already know, Louis, but to share this with others. Like, I didn't make a single sale online for about 4.5 years. I didn't even get a lucky affiliate commission. It was crazy. But also the real crappy financial side of this is I actually blew over $60,000. I had 5 credit cards that were all mostly maxed out, other than one at this stage. I had 2 bank loans, because what I did is I got 1 credit card, maxed it, got another one, maxed it, got another one, maxed it, till I ended up with 5. Then I got a bank loan, and I thought, well, what I can do here is I can clear all my cards, have 1 loan, consolidate everything, destroy my credit cards, and become an online millionaire and dig my way out. But what I did was I got a bank loan, cleared the credit cards, and then stupidly I kept all the credit cards.
I got some more credit.
And I used them all again.
Yeah.
Then I got another bank loan, and from then onwards things were just, I was stuck because all but 1 credit card was maxed out. I had like minus £2,000 or £3,000, like $4,000 minus in my bank account. There wasn't even anything.
Yeah.
And no one would give me any credit anymore. And so I was really at like this rock bottom point where I couldn't get my hands on any more money. I only had a little bit left on 1 credit card. Yeah. My job at this stage, actually, at this point, this is 2008. Now, at this point, I've moved job again. I'm working at a construction company.
Yeah, no.
And my salary, my pay every month was just basically still keeping me in a negative bank balance. So I would get paid. It would already be gone, and I couldn't even afford minimum payments on all my debts. And so I was really, really in a nasty situation. And it wasn't until towards the end of 2008 that I finally started to actually see some results.
Yeah. So something happened, didn't it? I remember you told me the story. Why don't you quickly tell the story about, you got that email and you just in an impulsive way, just acted on an email you got. Tell. I just find that story really interesting, how you did that.
Yeah. So basically, what happened, because I bought a ton of products over those years, I was getting dozens and dozens of emails every single day into my Yahoo Mail account. Yeah. Literally, like they would just be coming in every hour, like. And
Yahoo Mail. Wow.
Every a few times a day, I'd go into my email inbox, and I would start looking through the emails, right? And this is how I ended up continually buying products, because these marketers, we're good at selling, right? Apparently, so a lot of these emails would attract me to buy the products. But there was this one day, it was sort of around about October 2008. I got this one email from this guy, and the subject line, thankfully, got my attention. It said, "Meet me in London. I'm paying."
Yeah.
And I opened this email because I live in the UK, about 3 hours drive from London.
Mm-hmm.
And this email was basically from a marketer who lived in the UK, who I'd been buying products from, who I really looked up to, and he was doing what I wanted to do. And his invitation was basically stating that for the first 10 people that replied to his email, you could go to an internet marketing seminar in London and meet him, and basically spend a couple of days together and get to know each other.
Yeah.
And as much as I'd love to say, I was like, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm so excited.
I love this story.
I was actually really shy and quiet.
Yeah.
And I felt like at that time, I was really felt inside and out like a complete and utter failure. Like I'd done nothing but lose. And I'd lost all this money, tens of thousands. No one in my life knew. Yeah. And it was all a big secret that I was keeping.
Yeah.
And so, to be honest, as much as I wanted to reply straight away, I actually didn't, because I thought, well, I can't go and meet someone like this. This was like an idol of mine. Let me just really make that clear.
So you're struggling, you're down and out.
This was like a big guru that I followed for years, and I'm like, I can't go and meet him. I'm a complete dropout loser.
And you did it. So what happened when you actually got there? There was more of those big internet marketers. It made it even more scary.
Eventually go. So I did reply, and thankfully I was one of the 10. And I went, and I actually was there, and I was too scared to actually go and talk to him. And so I would stand. I knew who he was because I recognized him, but I would stand at the side of the room and not go over and say anything. And that went on for the first full day. Yeah. I didn't talk to anyone because I was too afraid to go over and say hi.
There's a big takeaway there, though, guys, for everyone here that's watching. The fact that Dean, he was so committed to his business. He already is in $60,000 plus worth of debt. He had no money. He was completely, literally at rock bottom. He wasn't able to even cover his bills. But he still went with nothing, right? And this wasn't just a one-day event. You went to this place with no money. You literally couldn't eat.
In 3 days. And I didn't. Here's another thing a lot of people won't realize. I didn't actually have money for food.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly.
I didn't have money for food or drink. Now, thankfully, what happened is, after the first full day, later on that day in the evening, I did finally go and say "Oh, you Alex?" Hello. Sheepishly went over, and thankfully I kind of got surrounded by all these really successful internet people, and thankfully they were very kind at that stage and very generous, and was like, they were buying me drinks, they were buying me food. Otherwise, to be honest, like my plan was actually to just like drink the free water and biscuits that was in the room. I had,
wow.
that's like God's honest truth. Like I just scraped enough money together from my pay that month. I think if I remember rightly, I hadn't paid one of my minimum payments that I should have to be able to pay for the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that was really my plan. But thankfully I got talking to him and others, and I was introduced to people, and things really, I really started to hear like, wow, this is real. You know, the people are really doing like, you know, I don't know what you like, if you agree, like you have this feeling, Louis, but you know, like when you just sit behind a computer and like you read about people and you see people, sometimes it, at least earlier on, I obviously now I know different, but I felt like, is this actually real? Are people really doing this? Are these real people? And that was the first time where I truly got to see like, wow, these are real people. These people you read about online, these success stories, they're real people.
They're doing it.
Actually at one time, and this is what I truly came away from that event realizing, is they're just like me. They're like, you know, some of these people were sharing their stories with me, and it was like, you know, where you are, Dean, they were telling me like, it's normal. Like I've been there, I've been through that, you know, and people were sharing their stories, how, you know, the first bit of money I made was on eBay, and then someone else was like, oh, I started a blog and I made money that way. And you know, I was hearing all these stories, and finally it became real to me. And that was massive. Yeah,
well, that is massive. You know, one of the things there, I do think that some people just think, oh, this isn't for me, right? But they get to a point, people who are struggling, you know, they start and they suddenly get to a stage where they think, you know, I can't do this. They've got something that I haven't got. But none of these people have got anything that you guys are watching haven't got, apart from a persistence, determination, you know, and continuous action taken, right? They keep learning, they keep taking in the education, and keep learning, keep moving forward, which is what we have to do, is what we've found out. So after this event, things started to change for you. It still was a roller coaster after that, but things started to change. So you started to, in the affiliate marketing industry, you started to make some commissions, right? So what kind of happened?
Yeah, so basically what happened is, after that event, like the guy who sent that email, like, meet me in London, I'm paying,